What's up, everybody, and welcome to Disappointment in a Box, the new Shock and Haha spin-off episode starring Berg, Wilson, and Toast. We are here looking at this werewolf.
Syndicate Collectibles.
Something you shouldn't have bought.
do not. I'll start it off. Do not buy this toy. Wait for the NECA one.
So I saw the box and thought I thought it was the NECA one. And turns out you were like, no, this is the bad one. I'm still getting it because there's 6 and I have to buy one.
I am not the guy who shops at Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, I'm not accusing anyone.
No, I know.
I order a toy and then go, oh no, I don't want that.
Yeah, you stick to your guns.
And since I personally ordered this toy for my comic store because it was going to be, there's no way they're ever going to make a second Howling toy, much less in the same calendar fucking year.
Well, let's look at this guy. Looking at him.
Do we have to?
Let's start off looking at just the paint and the sculpt like we always do.
It doesn't look terrible.
No.
So, if you're like Berg and Wilson, and you Google to find out if the Howling Werewolf has a tail or a nub even, what you'll notice in every picture that of all the dark pictures of the werewolf from the movie and the restorations of figures and stuff is that he's, what did you say, fluffy?
Fluffier, yeah, furrier.
Yeah, like this is the skinniest, like this is what, he must have just come out of the shower.
Yeah. And
he's wet. And he hasn't dried off because this is a skinny motherfucker. And I knew that going in because this is the sculpt they've shown for however many months I've wanted this thing. Since the werewolves only show up in shadow and never full body and bright lights, you never can tell what they actually... So, is this a Howling Werewolf? Sure, I guess.
I mean, it's close enough for now.
And is it better sculpted fur than I could do? Yeah, probably. Does it have weird cut lines that the NECA one's not going to have as bad because NECA knows how to do hair? Yeah. His face portrait is pretty well done. Mm-hmm. It's closer to the box art than it is to any actual picture I've seen or still or the movie. The guy painted it in 2024, so I wonder if he painted it and then they just based this sculpt off of a new painting as opposed to the original movie.
I see.
But I don't know. And this is his highly caffeinated face because those eyes are bulging, but they are well done.
Yeah.
If you decide to go against this video and buy one, I highly recommend you take a look at them because out of the 6 I got in, all 6 had different layer or different paint on the teeth.
Oh.
Depending upon the gum line and the placement of the teeth and how dirty or clean they were. He is a big Howling Werewolf. And you know that because he has the big Howling Werewolf ears. So yeah.
Well, luckily with all those cuts and joints, he must move pretty well, huh?
Well, I'm going to lead into that with showing you one of the things that I thought was pretty ingenious, which I haven't seen, is that they sculpt the fur down on the outside of his forearm to kind of hide the joint a little bit.
Okay.
More than like kind of like a knee joint that some other company. Haven't seen anyone do it on a wrist. I thought that was pretty clever. Yeah. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to hold his head like that and go, oh yeah, he falls apart super easy.
Goodness.
So he has a double barbell top of the head that connects into this tube, which hooks into a ball and a post into his neck. He has ball jointed shoulders. He has swivel biceps, which I can't show up because they are stuck on both sides. He has NECA style ball and peg elbows. This one I've gotten to turn. This one I have to turn and can get to bend. He does get more than 90-degree range. His shoulders are on super high, super hard, super tight ball joints that are ratcheted. They are painted over as well. So as I've been playing with them, you can see like there's chips of paint coming off of the joints on his arms. He has a rib cage joint that was stuck, but does give a ton of range. He has a waist joint that I thought was just going to be a swivel, but is actually a ball joint, but it is super loose. That's this joint, just so you know. And then he has ball jointed hips. You can see goes up in there. So he has ball jointed hips, and then he has a ball joint and swivel knee, all ball joint and swivel whatever bone that or dog leg that is, and a ball joint on the foot. And they're the McFarlane style, so you can move the ball whichever direction you want and then have the bend go that way, but you just got to work on it. And I will point out the reason he can stand so well for being a bipedal werewolf is because he has an inaccurate heel that is not in the actual design. And he can only stand when you have the joints all lined up so he doesn't fall down. So yeah, he is pretty good. You can get look at this torso range.
Question.
Yeah, sure.
Has this company made figures before?
They have made figures before. They were primarily known as a statue company, and they have gone into figures. This figure got a rave review from a guy who got a test one, and I've been told that their Pumpkinhead figure is amazing. He comes with neck pieces to get that neck, so you get the super articulated in the neck, like that. I don't know if we said in the introduction, but this is a deluxe action figure, which means he comes with extra stuff, Mr. Toast. Can you believe it?
Is there a non-deluxe version?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So he comes with this portrait, which is a closed mouth version. And apparently when he closes his mouth, his eyes recede into his head, which is a neat feature that I did not know was a feature of werewolves or anything. But again, it's well done. Except for this is clearly a separate piece from that one, because you can tell that they painted it and then like there's the cut. So they didn't paint it together when it was assembled. So it's got slightly different paint job on the chin than the rest of the head. That's not all, boys. Can you hold? So I'm gonna show you this amazing trick. Ready? So he comes with this right claw hand, right? And then he comes with this right claw hand, which is slightly different. The fingers are actually at a slightly different angle. Mm-hmm. The thumb is almost exactly in the same place, but the fingers are a little more stretched out, not bent, right? But wait, hold on. He also comes with a slightly more straight finger, thumb in the same position hand for his right hand.
Just his right, though?
No! Don't let me stop there, fellas. He has a slightly less bent left finger set. Deep breath. Comes with a straight finger set hand. Yeah, you can have the same hand 3 different ways, kind of, sort of.
Here he is next to some toys that are better.
So, you may ask yourself, how is it possible that NECA and this company no one had heard of before they announced this license, because I made them learn it, could both do a Howling Toy in the same calendar year? Well, that's because you're right, Mr. Toast. This is a 1/6 or 1/12 collectible. So technically, this werewolf is in scale for 6-inch figures.
Yeah.
And the NECA one is in for the whatever NECA scale is, 1/10.
Yeah.
7-inch. So
we
they're different licenses.
Yeah, we imagine that the NECA one will be as big as like an alien, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
If you want to see what sculpted hair looks like, see our video of this guy who was Toy of the Year 2 years in a row.
How much was this guy to come on.
The retail at the store is $60.
It's not as bad as I thought. I mean, it's not great. And maybe I'll go first because I think I'm the most positive about this. I think it's pretty well sculpted, pretty well painted. It's not as bad as I thought until you started moving it around and then the limbs fell off. So because it's not functional as a toy, I'm going, I think, 2 hammers.
Good for you. I don't like this thing. I think it's largely just fails on a lot of levels. I'm going 1 hammer. He might pass the 1 foot test if you can get one of his disassembled legs to come to stand by itself. But yeah, this is the best that you can do with this figure, is just have him in parts and dead. I'm sorry, but I do not like this thing. Berg, how's it feel?
It hurts.
Yeah.
1 hammer seems awfully high. So he's got the ties down.
Yeah.
So I snipped those with scissors, and literally as I was pulling it and freeing him from his plastic, nothing attached. His head just fell off, and that's where it went down from there. The sculpt is all right. Is it the Howling Werewolf? Not really. That's been the thing that has bugged me all along. Is it's like this is the I could never fathom that there would be another company that somehow got this license. Like it still blows my fucking mind that I will have a vastly superior in the same calendar year. I can't. And the fact that it's the only horror guy that doesn't fit in with Mezco guys because they're all in clothes or all soft goods and he's plastic, so he doesn't look good against Mezco guys. He looks better with NECA guys. He looks like shit compared to a Hasbro toy, but he fits in with Hasbro toys. The fact that he falls apart, the tolerances are terrible. It's either like I can't bend this elbow, or his shoulder pops out, or his hip pops out just looking at it. His head falls off. This joint is like, it's embarrassing, and I'm so annoyed, and I'm like, this might be one of the very few times that I will just, he passes the 1 foot, so he gets 1 hammer. This will be one of the few times as a comic book toy retailer that I might tell people not to buy this toy, even though I will be stuck with 5 of them for the rest of my life. It is worse than the American Sasquatch.
Oh yeah.
Which, yeah, he's such a disappointment. He's gonna be a shelf toy, but as I mentioned off camera to Wilson, I can't get him in a pose that remotely looks like something from the Howling that I've seen. I'm going to have to heat him up with a hairdryer water to hopefully free some of the stuck joints and just have him sit there because, yeah, this one hurts a lot. I'm so unhappy.
Well, send Berg some love in the comments below on this video. Let us know any purchases that you regret that you've gotten in a box. Like, subscribe, comment below. Yeah, thanks for watching.